In his 2025 mid-year review, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, paints a picture of cautious optimism, highlighting broad-based growth in trade, telecoms, construction and transportation, which he says is now the fastest growing sector.
The growth has been broad-based, led by trade, communications and construction, with the fastest growing areas being rail transport, electricity and oil refining, and as well as crop production. Agriculture is recovering. The oil sector showing some of the diversification that is actually occurring. The oil sector is just less than 4% of GDP. Inflation remains elevated, though it is moderating. It is down to 22.22% as at June.
On the fiscal side, government revenues rose by 37.4% in the first half of the year, a key boost as the administration rolls out ambitious development plans. However, challenges persist in the oil sector. While the budget benchmark stands at $75 per barrel, actual market prices hover around $67. Average daily oil production also lags at 1.67 million barrels, short of Nigeria's 2.06 million per quarter.
In the oil and gas sector, average production in the first half of 2025 was 1.67 million barrels per day. Significantly, that is below the 2.06 million barrels budgeted, and that is of note. The average crude price also, likewise, the budget was put at $75 benchmark. We've had an average price of $67 per barrel.
In the power sector, Edu confirms that all approvals are in place to clear over 4 trillion in legacy debts, part of plans to improve access to electricity for over 300 million people under a World Bank-backed initiative.
Under the Mission 300 initiative of the World Bank and the African Development Bank that supports providing electricity connectivity between now and 2030 to 300 million additional Africans, Nigeria is a key beneficiary, and this is unlocking investment in manufacturing, agro-processing and services as a result of greater access to electricity.
Looking ahead, the federal government is targeting 7% GDP growth anchored on rising investment, job creation and stronger household incomes.
Gross revenues are up 37.4%, government revenues, in the first half of 2025 compared to 2024. Our medium-term goal, well advertised, is to get to 7% per annual growth, GDP growth, driven by critical investments by government, private investment, job creation, and higher incomes.
With rising revenues, stabilizing inflation, and a disciplined fiscal path, the government says the outlook is promising. But with oil production still below target, critical hurdles remain. Frank Omalape, Arise News.